Did you know that a lack of loving touch after 60 can cause your heart to slowly weaken, unnoticed, until it is too late? Not everyone talks about it, but the truth is after 60, your level of intimacy says a lot about your heart, and not just your emotional heart. I mean your physical, literal heart. Just imagine this. If you've ever felt your heart race from a hug or calm down when someone holds your hand, then you know our bodies and emotions are connected. A loving touch impacts your blood vessels, blood pressure, hormones, and your immune system. And when that connection fades, it's not just your spirit that grows weary. Your heart begins to tire too, silently, slowly, until it fades into the shadows. That's why experts are sounding the alarm. Don't underestimate a lack of intimacy in your later years, because sometimes it's about more than just what happens behind closed doors. It's a quiet warning from your heart that it's missing something fundamentally human. In this video, you'll discover 5 crucial things anyone over 60 can do to keep their heart healthy, physically and emotionally. If you're feeling lonely in your own home, or if the distance between you and your partner has grown, then stick around. A small change could be all it takes to warm your heart and help it beat a little easier tonight. Let's start with the first warning from doctors. Regular intimacy improves blood circulation. Every time you pull away from a touch, your heart misses a chance to exercise. And if that goes on for weeks or months, your heart isn't just lonely, it's secretly getting weaker. After 60, many think sex is no longer important. Health issues arise, a partner loses interest, or it just feels too awkward to bring up. But the truth is, a healthy sex life in older adults doesn't just foster connection. It's also a form of light exercise that improves circulation and boosts heart health. During physical intimacy, your heart pumps faster and your heart rate rises slightly, similar to a brisk walk or moderate workout. This helps your blood vessels become more flexible, boosts oxygen flow, and reduces the risk of hardened arteries. Plus, intimacy also releases oxytocin, a hormone that relaxes blood vessels, which benefits your blood pressure and overall heart health. According to the American Heart Association, people over 60 who maintain a regular sex life have a significantly lower risk of heart disease than those who are no longer intimate. This effect is even stronger for those in stable, respectful, and gentle relationships. Richard Stone, a 73-year-old from Phoenix, Arizona, used to think intimacy after 70 was off the table. But after a routine heart exam, his doctor recommended maintaining intimacy with his wife as a form of gentle exercise. I was amazed how much my heart health improved in just a few months, and our relationship grew so much warmer, he says. What matters isn't frequency or technique. It's about having an open, gentle, and compassionate attitude. Talk with your partner and get regular checkups to ensure your heart is healthy enough for intimacy. If health issues or medications are a barrier, don't hesitate to talk to a doctor, because intimacy in later years isn't about intensity, but about love and connection. Because your heart doesn't just need medicine and diets, it needs to be felt, connected, and allowed to live its warmest, most human truth, intimate emotion. And sometimes a single well-timed hug does more to keep your heart vibrant and healthy than anything else. Intimate emotions don't just feed the soul, they are a safe and natural way to keep your heart strong. Here's something no one tells you. The less an older person is touched, the more likely their heart is to quietly give out. When we think of cardio, we think of walking, cycling, or breathing exercises. But we overlook how physical intimacy, a long hug, a loving touch, also serves as a gentle workout that trains the heart, especially for those over 60. In our later years, our bodies aren't as strong, but that doesn't mean you must abandon all closeness with your partner. In fact, gentle physical intimacy that's right for your health is a perfect way to naturally stimulate your cardiovascular system. Your heart rate rises just enough, your breathing deepens, and your blood flows better. It's just like taking a slow walk in the park. According to a study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, seniors who maintain appropriate physical relations have more stable blood pressure, better circulation, and fewer signs of cardiovascular stress than the group that has stopped being intimate altogether. Linda Cooper, 76, from Jacksonville, Florida, had mild high blood pressure and often felt tired in the mornings. After her doctor suggested gentle physical intimacy with her husband as a form of heart exercise, she opened up to the idea. We don't pressure ourselves, just holding each other longer at night, rubbing each other's hands and feet. That's enough. I feel my heart is calmer, and I sleep better too, she recalls. All you need is willingness and empathy. Physical intimacy after 60 isn't about performance. It's about caring for one another through tender gestures. It could be an evening spent lying side by side, hand in hand, or simply a gentle back rub before sleep. Because sometimes what your heart needs isn't a sprint, but a steady rhythm, awakened by a soft touch, a timely hug, and a love sustained not by intensity, but by sincerity and closeness. When these gestures are a regular part of your life, the magic isn't just emotional, it shows up in your health numbers too. Every time you don't hug your partner, you're letting your heart battle high blood pressure alone, until one day it could stop without warning. After 60, many seniors live with high blood pressure, one of the biggest threats to the heart. But the wonderful news is you don't always need medication to manage it. The intimacy, closeness, and gentle affection you share can have a real biological effect, calming your nervous system and helping stabilize your blood pressure day by day. When you are physically close with your partner, even just holding hands, a long hug, or a tender evening together, your body releases oxytocin, the love hormone. This hormone is known to widen blood vessels, lower a racing heart rate, and regulate blood pressure naturally without side effects. This isn't just theory, it's a mechanism confirmed by modern medical science. A key study from the University of North Carolina found that older adults who hugged or were gently intimate with their partners a few times a week had an average systolic blood pressure that was 10 to 15 points lower than the group that lived without regular, intimate contact. Harold Benson, 78, from Boise, Idaho, was on blood pressure medication for years. After consulting an expert, he and his wife started making time for gentle intimacy each night, not out of desire but from a wish to connect and care for each other. We hug before bed, talk softly, and I noticed my blood pressure getting more stable. The doctor lowered my dose after 3 months, he shared. You don't need a gym membership or a strict diet. It can be as simple as sitting closer, holding your partner's hand, or hugging them goodnight. Make time to connect with your eyes, with whispers and with kind touches. Because sometimes the best medicine for your heart doesn't come from a bottle. It comes from another heart beating in sync with yours. And that gentleness will bring your blood pressure down, bring your peace of mind up, and give you a lighter life, day by day. If you're still with me and finding this helpful, do me a favor and drop a 3 in the comments below. And if you haven't already, hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell means you won't miss out on more videos like this. Your support truly helps us keep creating content that matters. Physical touch soothes your heart, but for it to be truly strong and resilient, it's just as vital to learn how to connect on an emotional level through words, listening, and a spiritual bond. More elderly people die from loneliness than from cholesterol. The right conversation at the right time can save a heart from a sudden, dangerous rhythm. After 60, we assume heart health is all about diet and exercise. But your heart needs something just as critical: emotional connection. When you feel loved, heard, and close to someone, be it a partner or a loved one, your heart is nourished by a sense of safety and warmth. Bottled up emotions, loneliness, or a communication breakdown can trigger heart arrhythmias, raise blood pressure, and hinder recovery from heart conditions. On the other hand, people who regularly share, hug, and talk intimately have a more stable nervous system and lower levels of stress hormones like cortisol, which helps the heart beat more regularly and with fewer problems. According to the Cleveland Clinic Heart and Vascular Institute, stable, positive relationships are directly linked to a lower risk of heart disease, especially in seniors. The positive feelings from gentle intimacy or even just a deep conversation improve the function of your blood vessel lining and boost circulation. Marion Foster, 70, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, had a mild heart arrhythmia. After being advised to foster emotional communication with her husband, they started a routine of talking every night before bed, hugging when they woke up, and texting good morning. My heart doesn't race unexpectedly anymore. My doctor says I can stay on a low dose because my heart rhythm is stabilizing, she says. Take time each day to check in, to share your real feelings. It's not about grand gestures, but about a warm, caring presence at the right moment. Intimacy is not just physical, it's also spiritual. It's where your heart feels truly connected, because your heart doesn't just pump blood, it needs to be warmed by emotion. And those seemingly simple conversations are the very therapy that keeps your heart living healthily, steadily, and true to the love it has always known. Emotional communication helps the heart feel connected, but without simple daily touches, a sense of isolation still quietly finds its way in, making even the strongest heart grow weary. A heart that isn't touched isn't just lonely. It slowly shrinks with every beat until one knows it can't beat at all. After 60, many people live a quieter life. Less touch, fewer hugs, fewer whispers. Maybe a partner is gone, health has faded, or you simply feel that intimacy is no longer for you. But this very lack of touch, when it goes on for too long, becomes one of the key reasons your heart grows tired and more vulnerable than ever. Science has proven it. Physical contact, from a light hug or holding hands to close intimacy, can lower cortisol levels, regulate heart rate, and ease feelings of isolation. When you no longer receive that connection, your heart operates under a constant, low-level stress, causing blood vessels to tighten, blood pressure to rise, and your ability to recover from heart issues to drop significantly. According to a University of Chicago study, seniors with little physical touch or intimate interaction have a 34% higher risk of cardiovascular problems, especially if they live alone or lack regular emotional communication. Donald Reeves, 79, from Albany, New York, lived alone for 3 years after his wife passed. His heart grew weaker, and doctors found no clear cause besides persistently high stress levels. It wasn't until he joined a support group for widowers, reconnecting and sharing with others in his shoes, that his heart health improved. Just a reassuring hand squeeze, a knowing glance. It made my heart feel less alone, he says slowly. It doesn't have to be sex. It's about human-to-human touch, a gentle hug, a stroke of the hair, or just sitting silently together without feeling lonely. If you don't have a partner, allow yourself to reconnect with your community, where there's always someone ready to listen and walk with you. Because a heart that isn't touched will grow cold, not from disease, but from lacking the one thing medicine can't replace: human warmth. And sometimes a simple hug can save a heart running on empty better than any prescription can. Some people leave this world not because of illness, but because they went the last 5 years of their life without anyone to hold them. A touch of a hand, a hug, a moment of unhurried eye contact. All these little things could be the reason your blood pressure stabilizes, your sleep deepens, and your heart beats more steadily. Intimacy in old age is not something to be ashamed of or hidden. It is a part of health, of connection, of survival itself. If it's been a long time since you've said those words, since you've shared an intimate gesture, since you've let your heart feel that flutter again, then maybe today is the perfect day to begin. If you know someone living this quiet life, please share this video with them. Don't wait until their heart is ready to give up to remind them they deserve to be loved. Because maybe with one small share, you won't just warm a heart. You'll also gift them years of health and joy that even modern medicine can't promise. Thank you for staying until the very end. I wish you a peaceful evening and a tomorrow where your heart is not just healthy, but knows it is loved.